How's everybody doing? I'm trying to let some people get on here before we get started. Get this right. How's everybody doing? We missed the live chat this weekend. We've been extremely busy. Let me get caught up on this here. We're going to talk about what's going to be going on for the next couple weeks. We've got a lot of stuff planned. We're going to be starting on the rabbit pen and chicken pen this week. We've already got the lumber. If y'all have already seen that video, just right now it's the time to just get everything in place. While I'm talking today, I'm going to be cleaning these flags and spot painting them, just because I haven't had time to actually sit down and make a video yet. Hi Ruth, how are you? So last 2 nights I've been actually painting in the shop, actually doing the stars on the flags, and I've got about 28 more to go out of the 94 of them. So it's been extremely busy. I'm trying to get everything ready for the meet and greet coming up in the 28th of this month. So it's a lot of work getting everything prepared for about 6 hours. So I hope it all pays off. If not, it'll be stocked for Christmas. So how's everybody doing? Hello, Angel. School's shutting down. Weather bad up there? Ruth, we actually went back and checked them yesterday. We had another raccoon. So we actually took that raccoon and relocated him this time. It wasn't the same raccoon, but after watching the footage and the film of all the pictures and videos we had on our trail cams, there is a group of, well, I say a group, there's 3 of them. There's 3 raccoons that are running together. So we're going to try to get them relocated because they're coming up here eating all the dog food, and they're actually getting into the neighbor's attic and tearing some stuff up. So we're going to be changing, moving the cameras across the actual creek. So hopefully we will get something else, because the last few times we went out there, all we are getting is the actual raccoon and deer. I don't think we've got anything else other than a raccoon or deer. So it's time to move. We did get another shot of that coyote. He is still alive and he's still limping. So I don't know what we're going to have to do to catch him. Obviously, we don't have a big enough trap. So I'm going to have to do something else. But the most important, I mean, what I get out of all of it is actually just going down the creek and having fun with the kids. You know, every single day they look forward to going down there checking the traps. Now, I did pull the traps up just I didn't pull them up. I closed them up just because the next couple weeks I've got to finish this stuff and get everything out and ready. We we're just so close, but it's going to be pushing it, but it'll all pay off in the long run. The virus. I'm not going to say the C virus. For some reason, when you start talking about the C virus going around, you start getting blocked by YouTube. So let's please don't say that word, if y'all don't mind. I did hear it's getting bad. There was one case of it actually located here in Oklahoma. The I believe it was Thursday or Friday. So that's not good. It's here in Oklahoma. Um, Hopefully they come up with a. What happened? Good morning. I don't know what just happened to the screen. I'm trying to get it fixed. I've never seen this happen to the screen, so bear with me. I've got it switched over now. Sorry about that. I've learned if I turn my Wi-Fi off, it works out a lot better and it doesn't buffer. So I'm going to start using it without my Wi-Fi. Like I say, I'm sorry. I've just got to get some of this done, but I want to kind of chit chat with y'all. It means that we missed it Friday and Saturday. The kids wanted to go, but go live. We just been so daggone busy this weekend. It's been unreal. If we finish the flags that we've got going right now, looks like we're going to have about 150 of them. As long as, just depends on how the orders keep coming in. The orders kind of slowed down the last couple of weeks, but I'm not complaining. It's gave me some time to actually start catching up. Which we haven't posted the video of it. Stephanie went had the actual son. See, they call mine the daddy-daughter dance, so it would be the mother-son dance. They did that this weekend. They had a really good time. I have to post some pictures of it. Layton, you can tell Layton's starting to get a little too big to hang out with mom and dad, especially at school. He didn't like to do too much dancing with mama. I guess that is at all ages, so. Kansas. We finally got caught up on our shirts. So it's been a very, very busy weekend. I think Stephanie was glad to go back to work. We've been pretty well hooked up this weekend. I know we posted one video the other day. We're running behind on videos, so it's probably going to slow down until after the meet and greet. I do know after the meet and greet, I'm going to take a couple weeks off from the shop here, and just to do some other things that just enjoy the time. We may even try to take a vacation somewhere. I don't know yet, but we're going to kind of treat the meet and greet as a vacation. So we're looking forward to it. I hope we see y'all there. I know there's a lot of people that's supposed to be there. Um, so I know they've got special rates going on right now at the motel there in Pryor. Dutch has got some kind of contract or some kind of agreement set up with them. So if y'all plan on staying, or if you plan on going and you're going to stay, uh, go ahead and contact them and get your room reserved. It's only a couple more weeks out. Thank you, Ruth. I really enjoy. Uh, I really enjoy making these flags. I really do. It's um, it's a lot of fun for me. So what I'm doing now is just trying to clean up the union. So I can go ahead and get the stars on them. That's the that takes a little bit of time to actually get all the stars on the flags. If you just want want to order a flag, right now if you was to order a flag today, it'd most likely be shipped out or most likely be shipped out Monday. So about 4 or 5 days right now. Just because we have, I mean, usually it take a little bit longer, but we have a lot of flags in stock right now that we just finished. And I don't know if I've told y'all since, but I did find some shirts a little bit cheaper and ordered them in a little bit bigger bulk. So I was able to get our shirts a little bit cheaper now, so the price did go down on the shirts. So I know there's like 22 at one time. I think they're like 18 now. So they did go down $4. It's just crazy. You got to order a large batch just to, get a decent price. That's crazy, but that's the way it is. I was actually going to go live last night painting. I mean, painting the stars, but I figured the actual spray paint would be too much and get it all over the phones and stuff. So, um, which I did make a video on the stars. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Tony. Tony, I forgot to actually put that on my website. So I'll do it right after I get done here because I'm only going to be on here for about 20, 30 minutes. And then I'm going to call it quits because I'm going to go take a nap. I got to go back into work at 3. So today's my Monday. And I got to go back to the office. And I'm starting to learn there's a lot of words you got to watch to say right now because YouTube is blocking everything. So they're getting real picky. Well, the robots are, you can contest the actual, when you get a sanction on you, and they'll go through and watch it themselves, and a lot of times they'll go ahead and allow the video. But I haven't had one video yet that they kept blocked. They've always come back and opened it back up. Susan, when are you needing that flag by, and where are you located? Okay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for stopping by and watching some of it, which I know you'd stay and watch it if you didn't have plans. And I just thank y'all for clicking on this. And I don't think we went live since we've hit 3,000. We did hit 3,000 earlier this month. So it was really neat. Some reason we're starting to get a lot of subscribers. I think it's YouTube will actually send more people to your channel. You know, I guess they pick channels often and then they boost them and let them get more views or something like that, from what I'm understanding. We do sometimes. It right now, I think the only ride-alongs we've had here recently is actually the school program. Just with the way things are going right now, it's just they've cut back on it. Now I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but we haven't had actual ride along from the public in a while. But I mean, it could. It just depends on the situation. We got a deal that we're doing with the high school right now, and internship or something like that. We had our first student the other day. He actually rode out with us he rode out with me all the way up until the last week. He actually rode with my partner last night or not before last. Harley is doing good. We did have the scare earlier at the beginning of the month, but he's doing really good now. Yeah, we used to we used to get ride-alongs all the time, but with the way things has been, it's been crazy. So they kind of cut back on that. Well, thank you, Josh. I enjoy my job. Um, so my woodworking stuff. I'm trying to move over here out of the glare. My woodworking stuff and my regular job kind of goes together. So I do that and go do my real job, and then I'll come back and actually this is my debrief moment, and I enjoy it. It's been crazy the last couple months just trying to get tons of flags in stock. These are all the flags I actually did the last couple nights. There's probably 40, 50 of them there, and I got a bunch of them on the floor. So like I said, we ordered a bunch of shirts and ordered a bunch of products. We got a lot of the money out, so now hopefully the meet and greet goes really good, and we start getting our safety net back in place. But sometimes you have to take a chance to move on or get bigger. So that's what we're doing right now. Chris, thanks for joining us. So Leighton actually had his first baseball practice 2 nights ago. He goes back tonight. He's really excited. The team that he's on, he's real competitive. At everything he does, he's real competitive, and which that's all he talks about now is the actual wanting to be all football, or not football, baseball. And so for the last week, you don't get much out of him. He's got an actual pitching machine, so him and his sister actually, I bought him this machine that you can put a ball on and pull an arm back, and then actually pitch it, and it's pretty accurate. So he can actually hit balls. So I guarantee they probably hit 300 baseballs yesterday. Which Stephanie, she was a softball player in high school, so she's into more of the baseball, softball stuff than I am. I don't know much about it. I played football in high school. I didn't really get too much involved in actual baseball or basketball. I did try basketball out, and it didn't work for me. I was too big of a guy for that. There's too much running in that. So I've had actually, well, we've been getting some wild comments, but this one video that we've actually started getting tons of reviews on is actually the video with all the our pursuits in it. And let me tell you, there's been some wild comments. I've learned how to actually go in and block words. So there's certain words, if you post, your message is not going to go up. For one, any swearing, any cuss words at all, it's not coming up at all. For one, is I don't want my kids to see it, and Leighton's a very good reader, and I just don't want to see that, and I appreciate that y'all respect that, but the people that are posting this stuff aren't even subscribed to my channels, but I had to do that just because of some of the wild comments they started putting up. How are you, good old boy? Hit that thumbs up button, yes. All right, Earl, have a good day. We'll see you, Earl. Now, I may be mistaken, but I think Earl is actually from Oklahoma too. I've been talking to a Earl on my Facebook before I even got YouTube. He builds some crosses. I believe that's him. Maybe not, but I think it is. So the touch-up painting here is from when I put them together. I put boards on top of them, and sometimes the paint actually peels the shiny off, and I've got to go back over it and touch it up just a little bit. It blends right in, so I could probably send them out like that, but I don't want my products to be going out the door like that, just because I take pride in all of this, and if I want it to look nice enough to actually go on my wall, and I'm just excited that people are finally finding our website and actually ordering their flags and stuff. Man, it's been awesome. I couldn't thank each and every one of y'all enough for what y'all done for us and our channel. Like I said, we're right at 3,100 subscribers as of this morning. So it looks like we'll run an average of about 40 to 50 subscribers a day. I hope and pray it stays that way. So we're getting about 3,000 views a day. So it's been really good. It's been Leighton's been really excited, and Addison, she's starting to get kind of into the YouTube stuff, and seeing how many subscribers we have. She's getting more comfortable in front of the camera. She still acts silly at times, but she's going to be an attention person when she gets older. She used to be really quiet, but like I say, she's starting to get more comfortable in front of the camera and talking about all kinds of silly things. She's actually starting T-ball this week as well. Kayson's starting T-ball as well. So the only one that's not going to be doing anything is going to be Braylee. And Braylee, she's just a spoilt little baby. She's something else. I guess the first one and the last ones are always the spoilt ones, I guess. She thinks she's got to have all the attention. We did get in a manhunt earlier this week as well. Well, I say earlier this week, it would be Friday. Last Friday, we did get in a manhunt, and we ended up locating him and getting him arrested safely without anybody getting hurt. It was really, there for a little bit, it was kind of iffy. But after it's all said and done, everything went safe, and the victim, got to go home, and I don't know what if he's still in jail or what. He was wanted out of another county, and we located him here in our county. Actually, located him inside of a casino. I'll tell you what, the casinos bring in a lot of crazy stuff for sure. So how many's going to be coming at the meet and greet? Is Addison? Yes, we're getting close to the rainbow egg. Um, I'm going to break her heart, but I'm going to get her pretty close. I'm going to get some Ericanas. So they lay blue eggs, and maybe, well, I know some of them are lighter than others, so hopefully should go for that. That's what I thought. Now, I don't know if Earl, I can't remember his page, if it's his actual personal page or he has a actual page for his crosses. But Earl makes some amazing crosses. Um, I don't know how. Maybe I can put a link into it after this live view. But he makes some amazing crosses. It's unreal the stuff that he makes. Um, Man, they're one of a kind. You won't find any other ones like it. He puts a lot of time and effort into it. Uh, they look really good. So hopefully I can go up and put some kind of deal in for that. No, it's not. It's not too easy being a police officer. I mean, it has its ups and downs. I mean, we may go a couple days without nothing too exciting, but then there may be one day we come to work and it's all night long. Um, Ross, well, thank you so much for that. Um, Doris, that's one thing we cannot get enough of prayers, especially one. We pray every day that I pray every day I go to work that I return home, just because of the simple fact we're not promised. And but there's only one guy that knows when you're not going to do that, and that's the man upstairs. And I hope and pray that's a long ways off, because I want to grow old with my kids, and I want to set up, um, just set my kids up for when they get older. On the full moon part, it I don't know. There seems like some nights that the when we do get a full moon, it does seem more more than usual. We get more calls than usual. Um, I will say the actual busiest day of the year, and this is for me. It's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day for the last 3 years, it's had something big. Um, Last year before last, we had a like three gun calls, actual altercations at homes, and for me, it's been Thanksgiving for the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. And like I say, New Year's stuff like that, it's not busy. For one, is everybody is prepared for that night. They all have their actual DB drivers. Not saying there everybody's like that, but most of the time everybody's prepared that night. Somebody's there to pick them up. So I would say New Year's Eve is probably the quietest times that we have. I have. I'm just speaking for me. Um, Running out of room here. So Yeah, still that video. Um, I don't I don't watch that video much. Um, I mean, some of the videos we update the actual verbiage in the platform, but that one I just kind of leave alone. I know just that was just a bad day. Um, that's just something that you know I know there's a chance of it, but I just try to not worry about it. Like I said before, is God's got a plan, and if that's His plan, if He's ready for me, if He's ready for any of us, He's going to take us. So there's nothing that we can do about it. But so yeah, Earl's got some awesome crosses. Um, I look at them times like, how in the world does he make them? I mean, he just don't make them out of wood. He makes them out of metal. He makes them out of all kinds of stuff, rocks. I've just never seen such thing. He's got some wood talent as well. Like I say, not all these flags I have to actually touch up. Just some of them. Um, just depends on how long they set. Most of the time, I try to actually set a group of them before I go to work. That way, when I come home, they're ready to come off and actually move on into the other room. So it has been, like I say, for the last, I'd say the last month and a half or so, it's been nonstop out here. Stephanie was actually out in the shop late with me last night, burning flags, and she's actually got the T-shirt stuff down. She's doing really good with that, and she gets frustrated at really easy because she's not used to actually operating this machine. She's used to the one that my stepmom had. Excuse me. Wow, that's crazy. Shooting at school, that's unreal. That's for someone to do something like that. Um, I I don't know why someone would do. That's just ignorant. I have. All right, Catherine. What size you need? I'll send you one. Yeah, it's sad. Um, that's the scary part is sending your kids to school nowadays. When I went to school, we never had like a resource officer at school or anything like that, but they do now. I mean, even at our church, um, when I go to church, I go in my full uniform, take my unit and everything, because you just never know. I mean, it's crazy. Some of these people actually try to choose the biggest place so they can have more casualties, or I don't know. I'd, I'd really like to know what goes through people's mind when they do that kind of stuff. I really do. Just to try to understand. I just don't know what could go through their mind that thinks they need to kill other people or someone else. That's just, I don't know. That was kind of the other day. I think I posted the video with the raccoon. Everything's kind of running all in one. We caught a raccoon the other day, and I was thinking about putting the raccoon down, but with the kids, I just told myself that I'm not ready for that. I don't want them to see that right now. Um, so when that happens, I don't think I'm going to allow them to see it. When we decide to eat, animals and stuff. I'm hoping that we will get to go deer hunting this year, and Leighton will get to experience that. But I know that other kids are a little bit too small for that kind of stuff right now, and I just don't want to get them thinking about it. because that could be a bad experience for the kid. That could traumatize them, and I just don't want to take that chance because, you know, it's just not time for them. Just let them get a little bit older, and hopefully it'll go better. You're welcome, Earl. If there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. I'll be more than glad to help you for sure. So I've got a so I don't know if I told y'all before, and I probably haven't because I mean, you know, I've told y'all about my brother fighting addiction, and he's actually in a rehab right now, and I'm pretty excited. He's actually been there almost 45 days. That's the longest he's ever stayed in a facility. Um, and you know, I'm really hoping this will be the time that's going to work. And I say that because we have took him to rehabs multiple times, and he basically beats us home. And with him being there 45 days, he called me the other day, and he said that he had his first chip as a 30-day sober, and he told me that he said, "Bubba," and I promise you, I haven't had no drugs 30 days, and that made me feel really good because I know he's fighting that addiction, and I know he still hurts a lot from our mom passing on. He's carried that for many years, and you know, the time we thought he was getting over it, you know, his wife was killed here about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months now. It could be longer, and my days run together. And then he went back downhill. So where I'm going with this is, my wife has someone close to her as well, and that went through the same situation, and she's almost, I'm going to say this year will be 2 years um, clean, and she's doing really good. So where I'm going to try to speed this up. Where I'm getting to on this is, um, we actually gave her a car to actually help her get her own place and get started. And I'm trying to say this without saying names because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But so she was able to get her home, and now she was able to purchase her own vehicle, and she's giving us the car back. So, which I'm needing to pick up, and I'll get one day when it's time. But this car, it was actually given to me. Um, the brother and sister car gave it to me. They live next door to us, and I'm trying to speed this up. Long story short, we're getting the car back, and for last 2.5, 3 years since I've been over Sulphur patrolling, there's these brothers, and I talked to my partner about this earlier. There's these brothers that live together, and they're always walking back and forth to work, to Walmart, getting groceries. I mean, and these brothers aren't in drugs, and I know that they don't have transportation, and me and Steph are talking about just going ahead, and I know they're probably not subscribed here, so I don't want to ruin the surprise, but just going ahead and giving them the car. It's I believe they're just kind of down on their luck. I've never seen them drive in a vehicle, so I'm hoping they have driver's license or they can drive. I just feel the need to go ahead and just put that out there to them, and just maybe it'll help them in the long run, get on their feet or whatever. But later on, I knew of two brothers, but just a little bit ago, I talked to my partner, and he said that there's actually three brothers, and they live in an apartment together. And I think it's going to be an exciting moment. to do that. I hope it all plans out. I hope it all works out as I plan in it. So we shall see. Thank you, Catherine. I don't guess I understand that, Seth. Does your brother have any children? Yes, he has four children. Um, Actually, Paxton, the one that was live with us here a while back, that is his second to Otis. He's got a older daughter, and then he's got two young children. And I'm hoping that he's going to be able to clean up and try to get back in their lives, um, because I know what it's like, not to. Mine's a different situation. My mom passed away, but I know what it's like not to actually, see your parent. Um, but I have a great stepmom, Catherine. Or Cat. We call her Cat. She is. I couldn't ask for a better stepmom, and as well as a sister and a brother that came with them. I will say when it all began and everything started happening, we got together. It was a rocky start. I just didn't want to accept it, but I also was drinking heavy back then. But now I wouldn't ask for no one else. She's great to me, my wife, and my kids, especially my kids. Um, she's a great person. Yeah, good old boy. You know, I see where you're going, but these guys, I've seen them for 3 years. They do nothing but work, go home, and we've never had any interactions with them. So I'm hoping that this can be a change for them, as well as people has helped me out in the past, and I just really hope it goes as I'm planning it. I To go a little bit further with these brothers. I actually know that each one of them actually works at a oil field company. I say oil field company. It's like a machine shop, um, and they had an actual. I'm not going to go on that story. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good deal for them. And I've noticed that I'm not getting much flags painted, but that's okay. Uh, Trying to make up from the other night. I enjoy talking with y'all and chit chatting for sure. That's the deal. I mean, to where I'm at today, I didn't get here by myself. I had a, I had people help me, um, but obviously, after they put it out there, you got to take it and you got to make it the way you want. And it's I want to give back, and I mean that's something that could I use that vehicle? Yes, but I mean I need a pickup, and I just think it would be better off to go to them. Um, and because I can't haul wood in the actual car. So. Yes, we do sell the flags at if you each one of these flags. We have a website called Rustic Woodwork and Family, or no, Rustic Woodwork is the actual flag company. I'm gonna actually turn. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here. I'm gonna put this paint up and I'll turn it back around. I'm gonna be done painting anyways. I'm fixing to go in, so we'll see if we can get it turned around for the ones that are new to the channel. Then I get over here and be a little bit better lighting, and I can visit with y'all before I go. Get this set up in place. We have 3 sizes right now. The smalls, we are out of the smalls right now, and I'm not going to be able to have any ready for the meet and greet. So we will be out of the smalls. I will have some by Christmas time, hopefully. Like this. Alright, let me get this position. I don't have the kids in here today, so I can actually raise it up a little bit. Alright. So, Stephen, I think you said your name. Rusticwoodwork.org is where you can actually purchase one of our flags. The lighting is just terrible today. Maybe it's this one. I don't know why it's so bad. Yeah, I've got my new shirt already all jacked up. But, so, let's see, the last live video, I think we did the giveaway for the numbers in the videos. And once again, I posted one of the videos earlier this month and started, we actually was going to just play a game or whatever and kind of like move the numbers around. But I won't do that no more. It was a little bit harder for people to see it, and I don't want to do that. And I'm not wanting them to have to watch it over and over. Just thought I'd have a little fun with it, but that's not going to happen anymore. So, okay, good idea. All right, we'll see you later, good old boy. Thank you, William. So, what else is going to be going on? Hopefully, we're going to start the rabbit pen first, and then get some rabbits, and then the next project will be the actual chickens. And we've since added quail. He wants some quail, so the list is getting longer, but we've got to start somewhere. So hopefully, they are doing really good. They're growing. They're having to keep them pinned up right now, or at least during the daytime, because so much traffic. They're running all over the yard, and my dad actually hauls scrap metal in and out all the time, and they pin them up that way they do not get hit. He's had several dogs actually get hit out there. Yes. Thank you, William. Yeah, Layton's excited about baseball. He enjoys. He's just a activity boy. He's real competitive at everything he does. Um, yeah, I had a few quail when I had chickens at that small period of time when me and Steph actually first got together. I raised Baney chickens, and then I had a few quail. And what I would do then was I would wasn't necessarily raising them. I'd go to chicken sales, buy a bunch of chickens, and actually go to actual meats and actually sell the chickens. Just um, I've just always been the type of person always try to make money at something. Um, because I mean it's out there. You just got to work for it. I mean sometimes you have to do a lot of things that take longer to get to that process. But once you get what you want, or achieve your goal, you'll be more appreciated of it. 250. Good lord, that's a bunch. Um, so my goal is when we do get the chickens, to actually after we start getting a bunch of eggs, I want to actually get one of those real big incubators that hold about 400 or 500 eggs, and raise them. I love baby chicks. I love baby chickens. Um, I don't know what it is. I just love something about the baby chicks. How are you, Tina? So I know a lot of y'all that are just joining. I said earlier that we was able to get some shirts, and we did get the price down a little bit lower. So I think the shirts dropped like $4. Um, but we only two colors we have right now is black and gray. The red we're sold out of. We have large, extra large, medium, 2X, and 3X. We do not have 4X's right now. Um, that's the only sizes we have right now. So hopefully, our next little batch that we order, after we sell a few shirts, we're going to go ahead and order some more red ones, um, just to actually have the red ones. I know we had some other requests for other colors, but right now we're just trying to what we make off like shirts or flags, we'll put it into the other. So we just kind of combine them. But I know eventually we'll have to separate the actual flags and shirts um, together. But right now I'm using the rustic woodwork to help with the shirts, and then eventually, hopefully, YouTube will pick up, and then I can actually use the YouTube to go to the shirts and actually just start putting YouTube and the shirts together, being that we're going to be making shirts for our YouTube channel. This is not our shirt, our shirt that we're selling. The shirt we're selling is actually got our logo on it. Um, it's pretty neat. Like I say, the gray ones come in black lettering, and the black ones got white lettering. So I encourage y'all to go over there and check those out. Um, be nice to. My wife thinks she's caught up right now. It'd be nice to actually have some orders and make her have to work some more. That's the first thing she said this morning. I'm caught up. And I said, well, I don't know. I may go live today. I don't know if she's watching or not. If she is, she's probably going to get me. Um, anything your department or you need that you look for? Anything your department or you need for? At this time, I'm not really. I mean, um, we're a small agency, but for the most part, we got what we need. Um, most of our stuff it just hand-me-down stuff, but it still works. There's Fortunately, we've got other departments that keep new stuff, and we kind of get the stuff passed down to us, but it still works. So um no, the only are you asking for masks for the C word? Is that what you're talking about, Angel? The mask I use for work is I used this last couple nights as well, um, just because I was painting a lot. But this is the one I use at work when I have to have a mask. That's the actual mask we use. I say we. I mean, this is the one that I see. I believe my partner gave this to me as well. Um, just because sometimes we go in some houses that people um, that has passed, and they don't have family, and they've been there for a little while, and it's just best to go in with a mask because it's not pleasant. Oh wow! Thank you, Stephen. $50 super chat. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. So actual mask carrying around? No, I, I don't think. I mean, if it gets that bad, I imagine they will. But I really, I mean, knock on wood, I really don't. I hope it don't come down this way. All right. I know Steven's new to the channel. I believe that's who said he is new earlier. So Stephen, what happened now is on the super chat. I started this flag over here. Will actually put your name up here um, for the super chat. I haven't talked about this in a while, but this is all the super chats we get. We're going to put their names here, and once it's filled up, I'm going to polyurethane it, and then we'll move it into the house. And Leighton said we're going to put them with our actual. What do you call it? A silver play button. I guess once you hit 100,000 subscribers, you get a silver play button. We seen a gold one the other night. Somebody hit 1 million, and I said, son, hopefully by the time we hit 1 million, you'll be out of our house and probably have your own family by then. But that's what we're going to do with that. And we want to thank each and every one of these people that has did the super chat deal. That was awesome. I know y'all didn't have to do that, and it really helps out. It does. So we'll get your name added up there in a day or so. I guess I better watch the news because I didn't realize they've already shut the borders down. Yeah. I don't know what YouTube is like so crazy about that word. Um, but here's the deal: the flu has killed several hundreds of people this year, or in the last 6-7 months as well. Um, so hopefully they end up coming up with a cure for it. Can you your mask anytime? I wonder if help. So if we do enter it, if we do go into a house and we realize it's a meth house, we will back out and we'll call a hazmat team. But we will not know it's a meth house until we're in it, or if we have information of the house. Um, Beer buyers. Yeah, there we go. It would be nice because I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of these houses we go into. I wished I had a mask. I wished I had a net. Uh, my biggest fear is getting bed bugs, lice, just all kinds of different kind of disease. Some of these houses, I'm just like stunned how people can actually live in them. It's crazy. It really is. It. Wow, that plane's low. I don't know if y'all can hear that plane, but that thing was low. Ruth, you're 100% right. Um, pray, pray, pray. And if you're just joining, like I said earlier, we're at 3,100 subscribers for a channel. We had a video that's actually getting several thousand views right now, and we're getting a lot of subscribers from that and other videos, and it's really awesome. I really like watching Leighton and Addison, because Addison's actually getting into the subscriber count now, and it's really neat to actually watch them get excited. I hope it continues, because now they've set the mark so high. If it drops, they're going to be upset. But oh well, that's part of life. Um, I could probably wear a mask all the time, but I mean, right? I mean, it would have to be here before we actually did that, because um, to me, what we do sometimes, I think that will actually get in the way. Um, just because, just depends on what kind of mask and what the situation was. Yes, and when we get our new home, when we build a home, um, I'm going to make a special room before I even get to the house that I can actually undress in, take a shower, and then walk into the house, um, because it's bad. I mean, it's seriously bad. Some of this stuff. Um, yeah, I couldn't. Ooh. To go in a house and see trash stacked up, food all over the tables, the sink completely full, and just roaches and bugs just crying everywhere. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. Yes, I do know when you get around an actual meth lab or a large quantity of it, you can actually smell it. For the meth, if someone's cooking the meth, you can smell it like an ether smell. So if you ever get a strong chemical smell around your house, most likely something like that's going on. You probably need to contact law enforcement. Um, and then also, if you notice that you get that smell, and then all of a sudden your neighbors are burning, a lot of times they'll go back outside and set trash on fire or burn some wood or something to get the smoke to actually cover up the smell of the actual chemicals, and they try to get sneaky with it. But right now, we don't see many meth labs anymore here because it's so cheap to just buy it. I mean, it's flooded from the border. I mean, it's cheaper to buy it than it is to make it, and take that chance. Now they have other cooks. They got the ice, and the ice is actually a actual, what would you say it, fungus. That's the one that you put all the chemicals in the ice chest, and you take it and bury it for 28 days, and then afterwards you got your fungus that has grown up, and then you get all your fungus and put it in and put ether and paint thinner and cut it, and yeah, it's crazy. All they can do make. I don't know why someone would want to put that in their body, but you know, I do know it's highly addictive from what I've understand from people I've talked to. Um, so that's something else I want to actually start talking about is the signs parents need to know that your kids may be introduced to drugs, or maybe if they've tried it out, the reactions. Because here's the deal: just about every one of them, they have something the same when they try it. They're either going to be paranoid, they're going to distance away. Um, Let me catch up on the messages. We'll see you, Josh. Have a great day. Huh. Thank you. Yeah, definitely hit that thumbs up button, like and share each and every one of our videos. How are you, Jeremiah? Yes, it would be nice. Now, when we sit this over inside. Now, when we go into a house, if we do a welfare check and it's a signal 30, which signal 30 is the individual has passed on, um, I do suit up and actually from head to toe, boots. I put booties on, and we go in, we do what we got to do, and then we get out and we take everything off and we trash it. Um, just because sometimes if they've been there for a while, they have an odor, there's a smell, so I'm assuming that that smell is probably not good for you to inhale. Um, if it's really bad, but I've just got this mask recently from the undersheriff. He gave it to me. He said he had carried it for a long time and never used it, so um, I actually used it that night, and I was very impressed with it because the air you smell is actually clean air, and yeah, it worked really good. But yeah, just some of the situations in law enforcement that I never dreamed that we'd have to deal with the signal 30s, go in and and make arrangements for the EME's office to pick up, and the as I said before, making death notifications is one of the hardest things in the job, just because especially if you're a parent, and this parent just lost a child or whatever, it hurts to make that death notification. Luckily, I don't have to make many of them. Most of the time in car accidents, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol actually makes the death notifications. We make the death notifications around our local area just because most of the time we have a relationship with our people. I try to interact with each and everybody I can, uh, just because, for one, I'm not no better than anybody else. I get up every morning, put my clothes on just like you do. The only difference to me, my job title is I'm a cop, and I enforce the laws. You know, just like your job, I wouldn't know how to do your job, and I wouldn't want to go in and start questioning you about your job or how you're doing your job. It just we all have our own jobs, and that's what we need to take care of. That's what amazes me about a lot of these people that don't even have a clue. For one, um, the videos with the pursuits, uh, they talk about how stupid is that, chasing a car, get their tag number, go to their house, you're going to kill somebody. Well, for one, we don't pursue all pursuits, and for two, just because it's got a tag on that car, I promise you, it ain't going to lead back to the stolen vehicle, to the person that stole the vehicle. And three, most of the time, if we're pursuing them, it's for a good reason. They've either shot at somebody or they're involved in a felony crime. It ain't just stopping the car for a brake light or something like that. Most of the time, these long pursuits, um, it's a felony pursuit. They've done something. They have to be shut down. Uh, so just some of the things that people say is just crazy. I will have to. One of the videos I make, I have to post some of them. The actual comments is really crazy. Stupid, fat pig, fat cop, um, something about a wall around with all your pig buddies, and it's pretty crazy. But I knew it was going to be like that, but I didn't realize it until you start getting a bunch of views on that video, how bad it gets. Okay. Well, renters and wondering about smells coming from the other apartments. What does it smell like, Tina? Thanks for joining us, Stephen. It was nice talking with you, Stephen. Thank you so much for that super chat as well. Um, the kiddos will be excited about that. Oh, wow. Thanks, Earl. Another one. That's awesome. Well, I thought Earl did one at the beginning. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Earl. Wow. William, thank you so much for joining us. And like I say, it's um, hopefully this weekend coming up, I can actually go live with the family. I know the kids are very upset that we didn't go live this weekend, but the shop was a mess. I had just tons of paint and everything in here. Um, you know, so I told them we would go live this weekend. It'll probably be Friday, I think. No, probably Saturday because I'm actually working day shift Saturday. So when I get home, the kids will be awake. So um, most likely it'll be Saturday. Skunk. Okay. If you're smelling like a skunk, what they're doing next door is most likely they're smoking marijuana. So here's the deal on the marijuana. It's really hard to actually get secondhand smoke. You hear it all the time that, I was in a vehicle with somebody, got secondhand smoke. That's the reason why I test positive. That very seldom ever happens. Not unless you're like face to face with them. But yes, most likely if it smells like a skunk, they're smoking marijuana inside the apartment. Yes, that was super nice, Earl. Thank you so much. Wow. Y'all don't even know how much we appreciate that. Yes, with you being a paramedic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, that's the reason it's crazy for the people that don't know what actually goes on behind the scenes. If something happens like that and they don't have family, obviously somebody's got to take care of it. And yeah, it's sometimes not so pleasant. Um, with all that being said, is also I think next week. Well, we should have got it last week or this week, but I didn't have the right information up. We finally got our first you would call a YouTube check. That was pretty awesome. Um, so actually, we started October, November, December. So almost 6 months to actually get to where we're at right now, which we had a lot of help along the way. I can't say I started from scratch and did this all myself. Brian Dutch and Daniel Arms, they helped me out tremendously, and yeah, they did really good. They helped me out a bunch. I talk to Brian all the time. He's got a podcast going on right now. I don't know so much about the podcast, but he's got a podcast. He's got his YouTube channel, Rustic Wood, or not Rustic Wood, Smoky. Let's see, I forget it now. Smoky CNC Woodworks. He actually makes things with a CNC machine that he built himself. Say 28. Oh no, that's he built it himself, so he makes all kinds of stuff. I encourage y'all go over there and check that out. That is awesome to watch all the cool stuff he makes. He also, him and his pastor actually has another YouTube channel. It's called The Next Revelation. Right, The Next Revelation. Yes, I believe I said that right. Um, some of it's the preaching. His preacher, his name is Craig Lemon, and Lemons. He used to be on the power team. He's one of the guys that started the power team, and to go to all the schools and actually talk to the kids and just and it was about God. There's Christian people, which you don't see that very much in schools anymore, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. Um, that reminded me, so I'll get back to that in just a second. So he started his here about 2 or 3 months ago, and it's growing slowly, but um, I encourage y'all to go over there and check it out. Some of his messages are amazing. Like I say, his name's Craig. If anything, go there and check it out. Give him a chance. Watch some of his videos. Subscribe to it. And let him know Rustic Woodworking Family sent you over there. So I watch, there's 5 or 6 channels that I watch, on a day-to-day basis. I'll keep up with all of them. One is for Brian with Smoky CNC Woodworks. The other one, The Next Revelation. Daniel Arms Family Homestead. Keeping It Dutch. The Payne Family. The More... the Moorhead Homestead, and then Our Cabin in the Woods. I watch those channels pretty on a regular basis, and there's a few more that I actually watch, but I don't have them all right here. I know I've left some out, but I'm sorry about that. But we watch several other ones, but those are the ones that we hear in the house quite regular because the kids watch, Dutch and Daniel and the Payne family. All of them tremendous, especially if there's the kiddos in it. They actually have a good time watching them. So I encourage y'all to go over there and check those videos or check their channels out. If you're not subscribed to them, go over there and check them out and tell them Rustic Woodworking Family sent you over there, because that's the whole deal with this is hopefully all of us can work together and help each other out, and that would be great, and we all grow. I think Our Cabins in the Woods, I've been watching him as he grows. He's about 300 and I know last week he was like at 308, and I think this week he's about 333. So he's growing. So I would love for y'all to go over there and check his channel out, and it'd be nice to get him up to 400. He's an awesome guy. I mean, just some of the stuff that he does is just awesome. He's got some deer behind his house that he can actually feed out of his hand. That's pretty cool. The kids really love watching that behind. Yeah, it is legal here for medical use, but pretty much everybody does it just about. You're welcome. Anytime if you have any questions like that. The only thing I can't give legal advice. I'm not an attorney, so I will not give no legal advice. But if you have simple questions like that, I don't mind trying to help y'all, especially on the drugs. And back on the kids part, monitor your kids, monitor the friends they hang out with. Check their cell phones out every now and then, and just to see what they're watching. Crazy thing. I'm trying to think if I'm going to this. I can't. I'll tell that story another time after the case is over. But monitor them. Always, because there's just because you know somebody, it doesn't mean that you can trust them 100%. Which, like I said, I'm a cop. I've worked a lot of child sexual crimes against children, and some of these people you wouldn't even think would do something like this. But I encourage you just to watch over your kids, and if something is out of normal, they're doing something different, or their behavior changed, don't ignore it. Look into it. Sit down and talk to them. For one, what I've learned in law enforcement is a lot of times the kids are afraid to go talk to mom and dad because they're scared they're going to get in trouble. For one, I've had to work on that because I do get upset, when he does stuff he ain't supposed to. Especially if he gets on something on YouTube he's not supposed to. They're not allowed to watch anything shooting, cursing, anything like that. I'm going to protect them as long as I can while they're in my house. But um, just monitor them because you never know, a little something really small can open up something really big that's been going on for a long time. We've had actual cases where someone had actually, a family member had actually seen how a stepdaughter was, sitting by the stepdad and ended up turning into something after investigating it. Stuff had been happening. And now he sits in prison, and that's a very good place for him, especially. I don't know about that. I gotta get some wall spray. Don't laugh. I'm gonna get some here on live. I don't know where he went, but I'm ready for him. I'm terrified of wasps. Yes, I like it when the paramedics show up as well, because it takes the load off of you, and it's just they're more capable of doing the job than I am. Okay, I'll have to go check that channel out. I'll screenshot that and go check that out. Well, Tim, what kind of link are you wanting to share? Yes, watch Friends, definitely. That is the wasp. The wasp was trying to come down on me. I don't know where he went, but I'm ready for him now. I've got some medicine for him. Yes, I am. I get on here and like I've already. Wow, I've been talking for almost an hour and a half now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it short. Okay, I just screenshotted it, so when I get back into the house, I'll look it up and I'll go check them out. All right. Be sure to hit that like button or thumbs up. I'm fixing to cut this short and get out of here and go lay down. I've got to go in at 3. And what time is it? It's 1:15, so I can get about an hour and a half nap. Um, so thank y'all so much for joining us today. Had a lot of fun. Yes, smash that like button before we get off here. Smash it. Had a lot of fun. Always have a lot of fun talking to y'all, as y'all see, because I stay longer than usual. Um, I will do. Thank you. Okay, yeah, the links on those, I will actually have to go back in and post them afterwards. I'll leave the thumbnail up here somewhere. Uh, yeah, or just actually just type in the name and it'll pull right up. Because I mentioned several of them, um, but I'll see if I can. And what I'll probably do, now you say that, is I'll probably go ahead and write the channels down. I'll actually watch and I'll recommend. They're good family content. And I'll write them down, and next time I can hold them up, and then y'all can check them out that way. Uh, because I would love for y'all to go over and check them out. And, you know, especially if you like it. I mean, if you don't like it, don't stay. You know, you don't have to stay, but at least give them a chance. I believe everybody deserves a chance and a second chance. Um, so, uh, 38 thumbs, 34. Once again, don't forget to go over to our website, rusticwoodwork.org, and purchase one of our shirts. We've got them black, gray, and large, medium, extra large, or medium, large, extra large, 2X and 3X. Go over and purchase your shirt, and that gives Stephanie something to do tonight. She'll really thank me for that. I don't think she's watching. I haven't seen her name pop up, so, or they could be watching, just not posting. She may be on here, I don't know. But if so, I love you. Take care. And we had to take Kason back to the doctor yesterday. He's had real bad problems with his ears, and he has the ear infection, and so the last few days he's been kind of like walking. How would you say? His balance has been off, so she took him back to the doctor, and they got him on some steroids and stuff, trying to cure that up. There's just so much. I just forget all of it. It seems like I ain't talked to you on forever. But I don't like to go live all the time, just because um, a lot of people don't like that. And then, you know, a lot of people use live stream or live, you know, for other reasons. And that's not what we're here for. But we're not here to expect y'all to give us money or anything like that. And that's why I don't like to go so much. But because I would love to sit here and chat with y'all back and forth rather than going back and answering all the messages. It's a lot easier. I wouldn't rather. It's a lot easier. I answer each and every one of y'all's messages. So don't take that the wrong way. Oh, okay. That's the next revelation. Um, Let me actually, I'll type it in here and show you what. I'm terrified of wasps. Let me type it in here and show you what. Maybe. No, it's not coming up. I will, like I said, I'll put the links on there when I get done here. 6 members of Congress is. Wow. Okay, there he is. Stay away, stay away. Thank you. All right, guys. It looks like it's buffering now. So this is I hope you can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Somebody post something so you can hear me, so I don't have to end this without knowing. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up right now. All right, Kimber, thank you so much. It's buffering again, so I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I've got to go in and actually take a nap. So I thank each and every one of y'all for joining us today. Thank all of y'all that has supported our channel and that watch, like, and share. And we also like to thank each and every one of y'all that had actually did the super chats today. That's awesome. That kiddos will be excited about that. I can't wait. I'm going to actually leave a note for them because I won't see them when they get home. I'll be at work. But other than that, y'all have a great day, and may God bless y'all.